like cardio,
All
but it's
right.
like that gets old real quick.
What's up,
Hello.
boys. Hello.
Hello.
Gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Here we are. It is not our typical night. It is Tuesday, March 21st tonight. Yeah, it's 7 p.m. PT Tuesday. Here for the Darkest Hour podcast, episode 9. Jay, you ditched us Sunday because you went out with a lady. From what I'm hearing, it went perfectly, no issues at all. So congrats.
Oh, thank you.
Glad you had a good time. Good.
Yeah, it was all right.
You got some dirt
A
on
little
your
expensive.
You got some dirt on your neck or something. Anyway, I don't know. You got it.
Okay.
So no, it's cool. It's cool. You could shower before you sit down for the podcast.
Oh,
It's all
my
right.
bad.
Looks like Donnie lost his car keys. That's fine.
He's
I
gone.
love how we start. We're sitting here for several minutes to get started. As soon as we're like, "Hey, everybody," Donnie's like, "I gotta go." No, it's all right. Hey,
No,
Donnie.
I
A little
spilled
chilly.
Topo Chico all over my.
Oh, that
desk.
sucks.
Oh.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay.
Boys, we're getting close to the next play test. It is just, 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks out? How crazy is that?
It's totally not 23 days, 9 hours, 58 minutes away.
Do you think it's going to start? Do you think it's going to start at like 4 a.m. PT again? I hope it's a little later.
5 a.m.
You sure?
You know why?
How do you know that?
Playtest 2 started at 2 a.m. Pacific. Playtest 3 started at 3 a.m. And Playtest 4 started at 4 a.m. So Playtest 5 has to start at 5 a.m.
What is
Has to
Korean
work.
time to like Western time for you guys?
It's 8 hours. Well, let me see.
Let's see how far ahead it is. 16 hours ahead.
Oh,
So it's 11:02.
It's 11:02 a.m.
So
Wednesday
if
there.
they started at what you said 5 a.m. was last time or 4 p.m. That's like 8 p.m. their time
9 p.m.
or 10 p.m. their time.
9 p.m. would be 5 a.m. PT.
yep.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. As long as it fucking starts and Nexon doesn't gobble them up like some
wonder-
agar.io bubble eating a smaller bubble, then it's fun.
I wonder how big the game is overseas in Korea.
It's actually a good question.
Well, I think it used to be 2% game population last playtest, and the percentage like 3x almost. And the number of players almost 2x. So that's a lot. That
Interesting.
means it's kind of popping in Korea, right?
That's great. That's fucking awesome. Good.
Yeah.
Well, boys, we'll see how much those numbers inflate here in a few weeks. And I was like, it's coming up
Start adding
soon.
the
It's like a
bots in.
month away. Like, fuck. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Friendly reminder, my family decided to surprise visit me from April 11th through the 17th.
Wow.
Like 7 people staying at my house. It's such,
so
I'm
you're
so sad.
banking on Iron Mace 3-day extension tradition, huh?
A week extension is what I'm hoping for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty sad. It's pretty rude. They bought the plane tickets without even asking. Like, what if we weren't here? What if I was in Korea? They're just gonna show up and like pitch a tent in my front yard?
Well, your family didn't even ask your lady?
No. My mom
Oh.
my mom was just like, "Hey, we're all coming April 11th through the 17th. Can't wait. It's going to be your sister, her boyfriend. It's going to be your brother and his girlfriend. I'm coming."
How many
It's 5
how many
people.
extra bedrooms do you have?
We live in a 4-bedroom house.
Okay.
Yep. So we got a spare room and then the baby's room, but the baby doesn't sleep in his room yet. He's 7 months old, so he sleeps in a little crib next to our bed. So and then we have a bunch of big air mattresses. We have a spare bed, so it'll be
Nice,
fine.
dude. Land party at Soma's house.
Well, what I'm going to be doing is starting the stream and playing immediately on the 14th at 5 a.m., going all day, and then we're going to dinner and a show at like fucking 8 p.m., and I won't get home until 2 in the morning, so I'm going to be dead fucking tired.
Jesus.
But it's going to be
2 in
worth
the
it.
morning.
It's going to be worth it. I'm going to be jacked up on that dad juice. That sounded weird as soon as I said it out loud.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Dad juice.
Considering
Imagery.
Son of a... Damn it. You get it. Anyway. Yeah, you know, that dad, that dark and darker gamer juice will be... Not sperm, you freaking weirdo. Anyway.
Well, I didn't know you were talking about.
Okay.
for
So
the clarification, I
tonight...
guess.
You're welcome. So tonight, gentlemen, for episode 9, we have one serious question to ask, dissect, and discuss. One of the biggest questions you see in the subreddit. It's every fucking 4 posts. What fills the dad gap? God damn it. What fills the hole? Fuck. What do you play? What do you do?
That would do it.
What do you play while you're waiting for Dark and Darker? When dad is gone at the liquor store getting a pack of smokes and he hasn't come back for days on end, what do you play when you're waiting for dad to come home? That is the big question. There's a bunch of games, so technically speaking tonight, Donnie is harnessing the power of the sun over there. Technically speaking tonight, we're just talking about games in general. This is almost not even a Dark and Darker podcast. Tonight it is, let's talk about video games that are just not quite as good as Dark and Darker while we wait for Dark and Darker podcast. Yeah.
First of all, my main go-to has been Super Seducer 3. I'm about halfway through all the DLCs.
That game is actually hilarious.
I'm a little boring, you know?
Super Seducer 3. I did not see that one coming. That's hilarious. That dude in that game, you should play it on stream, dude. It's fucking funny. I watched Soda Poppin' of all people play it, and I was cracking the fuck up.
You're muted.
I said, can you? Isn't there like some spicy stuff in that game?
Yeah, I mean, if Soda Poppin' can get away with
play
it for 30,000 people watching, then Jay can do it for 100.
Pretty sure they banned them.
No. Really? What?
I guess so.
Time to go to kick.com. Just kidding.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Then we get to play the uncensored version.
When the streamers carrying the banner of the streaming platform is Aiden Ross and Trainwrecks, you really got to think about if that's a good move or not. I wish any kick streamer the best of luck. Anyway, I think the first game that a lot of people suggest on the subreddit, at least what I've noticed, is Escape from Tarkov. I know Donnie is an EFT fan. It is, I guess, the godfather, the grandfather of extraction looters. Is that true?
I have no idea. I mean, I assume so. I mean, it's like the one everyone. I think it's the gold standard to say.
Yeah,
I think that's fair to say. I don't know if it's the first one, to be honest with you.
Definitely
Maybe
put it
it's
on
not.
the map, though.
Yeah, it defined the genre, but maybe it didn't birth it.
Yeah,
Right.
I personally,
Definitely defined.
I'm not a fan of EFT. I think the cheating sucks. I think the movement sucks. It feels like you have dumbbells tied to your legs and you're wading through water whenever you're moving in that game. And why the fuck do the footsteps sound like wood percussion instruments slapping the road as you run? What the hell is wrong with the audio in that game?
Well,
Terrible.
I think the sounds themselves are fine. It's just like the directional sound is terrible in that game.
It's so bad. I don't understand, man. I think it used to be a lot better than it is today, which is really sad, actually. It doesn't really make sense. You think the game would improve over time. I put like 200 hours in the game. I'm not very good, but that's not why I don't like it. Just let you know, even though I suck at it, it's not why I dislike it. But, I mean, have you played a lot of EFT, Jay?
About 2,000 hours, yeah.
2,000 hours? That's a little bit, yeah.
It's a good amount.
Well, that's not a ton, but yeah.
That's pretty
Me,
solid. That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
I put like 3,000 hours max into something before I get literally disgusted, but yeah. It's the thing about that game, it's someone can be 7 levels above you across the map in a whole different city, and it still sounds like they're 2 feet in front of you. It's crazy.
It sounds
Oh,
like
really?
you could
Get it so
smell
bad.
their Tashanka breath. Suka blah! And they're on the other side of the map, and you can smell them. Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, really bad.
No, the directional sound in Tarkov is absolutely terrible. I don't think anybody is playing Tarkov right now, and if you are, you're actually sort of a masochist. I think it's in a really. I think it's probably in the worst spot it's been in years, ever maybe. Yeah, ever maybe. Yeah, I don't even know. But it's like I can't play right now. I think you hardly see any streamers playing it. Like Pestily, like the godfather of Tarkov, isn't even playing Tarkov just because it's.
That's so weird.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not fun right now, man. It's in a bad spot.
Which is funny, because Pastille was like the first big name to come out and be like, nah, it's not that bad. And then he switched gears, and now he says it's terrible. So I don't know.
It's just, it was a terrible patch. I mean, you know, all Tarkov gamers in here know, like, Streets came out, which was like, if you have been around Escape from Tarkov, you don't have to play it, just around streamers and watching content. For years, the mecca, like all the shit and the suffering you went through was, just wait, Streets is coming. Like, guys, Streets
That's
is going to be here in a few years.
Right.
You're going to get Streets. It's going to change the game. Streets came out. It runs at like 45 FPS. It's just a map.
Really?
And, I mean, dude, I get fucking terrible frames on Streets.
I can't even play it.
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah, on a good day, let's say on a good day, it runs at 45 FPS. It doesn't, it's just a map. It's the biggest map, and it's a cool map, but it's just a map.
Yeah.
And, yeah, we waited 3 years for it. So it's like, it kind of, I don't know.
You're right.
I don't get it, but
it's true. It's in a weird state that I can't remember the YouTuber that bought a cheat detector, which is technically a cheat.
Oh, GOAT.
Yeah, to see how many people were
Yeah.
cheating, and it was a lot of people. And then you hear, you know, like the conspiracy theorists that are like, BSG doesn't care, and the reason why is because they're building the cheats and selling themselves to double dip on revenue. I'm like, that's pushing things, but it is kind of a hilarious thought. Just saying. I don't
It's
think
a
it's
hilarious
true.
thought.
I just think it's hilarious.
But also, you have to admit they make money off that. Like the idea that they don't hardware ban people. Apparently, their anti-cheat is so bad that the GOAT guy, like talked to a anti-cheat developer, and he's like, you could do like 5 things that you could just change in the anti-cheat that would stop like 90% of the cheats, and they just
For some
won't
reason.
do it.
And how much is an EFT cheat online if you want to buy one? I'm sure some people can just steal it and get it on their PC and utilize it without paying, but I'm sure a lot of people pay for it. I wonder how much.
Chat, look it up. Download something. Let us know.
Yeah, chat. Let us.
wait.
Let us know.
No, it used to be a lot, like a few $100 per month. Now it's like $2.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Well,
It's,
you can scale the price down when there's way more people using the cheats.
Right, yeah. They already
Like,
sold
there's
out
too many
100,000 keys.
And dude, my problem with Tarkov right now, and this is why genuinely you should not play Tarkov at the moment, is it's not even just the cheaters. The game runs like shit. Like I don't know what they did, but you remember like 2 or 3 updates ago, Jay? Like, did you play a couple wipes ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember 2 or 3 wipes ago before like DLSS and all those new updates came in? The game used to run really well. And then when they added all that shit in there, like now that they have DLSS and the whole idea behind DLSS is like it makes more frames, like it makes the game run better at
Which
the
was
cost
terrible,
of like
by the way, if you've ever
Yeah.
used it.
at the cost of like texture quality, like the game is going to run better. The game runs worse with DLSS in the game.
Yep.
That's not good. That's terrible.
I don't know. I don't know what they're developing there, but it's not the vibe.
Garbage. That's what they're
Yeah.
developing over there.
That's sad. I mean, BSG has made tons of money from that game, so they probably don't care all that much. It is a sad state of affairs. I did have fun with it for a while. I used to love customs runs with like a fucking, a TT and a dream, but
Those are fun.
that was fun. But I hope BSG figures it out and that people that love that game can enjoy it again. The next game is something I've put, no lie, over 20,000 hours into. It used to be my full-time job.
Jesus.
I
Daisy?
have Daisy. Yeah, I still play it. I've been playing it since the first week the mod came out. I absolutely love Daisy. It has always been in like a sad state.
Yeah.
But it's fucking awesome. I would pick Daisy over Tarkov every time. I love open world full loot PvP games. And Daisy is
It does
the
hit different.
ultimate title. It's the best. I know we tried to stream it together a couple of weeks ago. We took you into the Dino Z map, which we still need to try again. You did not get to experience a Triceratops or a T-Rex or going into the black. You saw a raptor.
Wait, what killed me?
A raptor. Or an Idrix or a raptor?
Just a normal raptor.
Oh, yeah, there's other shit. Dinosaurs are just the start, sir. Dinosaurs are just the start. There's other shit.
The cool thing about that map is that it is so hard that it forces you to team up with people. You can't do that map solo, or it is like near impossible.
It's one of the best parts.
Cool.
This is Project Blackpool, by the way. The Green Hell Project Blackpool. Single, just one server, modded server. And it's essentially what if the zombie apocalypse in DayZ started on the Jurassic Park island and all the dinosaurs got out too. And there was also like genetic modification experiments happening and all kinds of like creepy shit with a very insanely fun progression path that takes key cards to unlock the next sections of the map. And it's just it's one of the best DayZ experiences I've ever had. One of the better gaming experiences I've had in gaming in the last like 10 years. That's how good that mod is.
I like it that much.
Dude, I wouldn't say that lightly.
Yeah, we had last summer when it like first came out, when it was completely fresh, nobody knew anything. I think we had like probably 2 weeks where we played like 12 hours every day.
Every day, yeah.
Jesus,
it was terrible.
And my fiance was like 8 months pregnant, waiting to pop, and I was like, "Gotta get in my game time before the baby gets here. Please don't give birth yet, so I could, shoot dinosaurs."
Yeah,
like
Soma's DayZ stamina is so much more than mine because he'd be like, let's go this whole time, let's keep going. For me, it was almost a religious experience. Like it was like half misery, half extreme joy. I can't explain it, but it was like the best time I never want to exactly have again. Like I
don't know. For me, because I've been playing it for over a decade at this point, and because I have tens of thousands of hours in it, it's been harder and harder for me to log in and play.
I bet.
I don't know. It's just,
you don't feel sick.
No, there's no sickness. I don't have a sick icon in the bottom right of my screen, but it's just, I don't know. How many tens of thousands of hours can you put into something before it just gets stale? And you're just like, I can't do this anymore. It's probably one of my favorite games, if not my favorite game of all time. It changed my life. Like, I fucking love Rocket. I love DayZ. That shit's awesome, but I can't really do it anymore. So DayZ isn't filling the fucking gaping hole that Dad has left us.
Oh, God.
It hasn't. What about Hunt Showdown? What do you guys think about Hunt Showdown?
Oh, man.
It's Tarkov light beer. It's it's the fun of Tarkov without like the liquor hangover, but you don't get as drunk on it. That's legitimately a Hunt Showdown. It's Tarkov light. It's fun, but it doesn't feel as good to kill somebody. And then when you die, on the other hand, it doesn't feel as mortally wounding when you die. So it's a good time.
I won't lie. I thought Hunt was maybe one of the most boring shooters I've ever played.
It's boring.
What?
It's boring as fuck.
I'm sorry.
Not a fan.
You gotta play sometime. No, we gotta play. We gotta do some
explain
hunt
the
raids
game
on it.
loop in about 10 seconds. Spawn,
Go for it.
kill boss, kill player, leave. There it is.
Yes.
That was like
Yes.
2
Can't do it.
seconds. That was fast.
Okay, explain the dark and darker gameplay loop for me then.
All right. You were a nerd who dons a wizard cap or has a stiletto
simplify
dagger. You can't simplify that. It's such a complicated game.
Yes, you can. I mean, like if we're gonna go that deep, it's like, well, in Hunt Showdown, you get to pick your character, then you got to pick your gun. No. I mean, like Dark and Darker is, you spawn in, you kill some mobs, you fight players, maybe fight a boss, you leave. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's a good gameplay loop.
You can break down any video game in like 3 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
If you really
I think it's fun.
about
How
it.
many hours have y'all played it?
I just like how
Just a handful.
Extraction Looter is just like open ended. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
What about Marauders?
No, like,
Isn't
real
Marauders like the
primary
space
goal.
thing? Marauders is different. Like
Marauders.
you're in space on a spaceship. You're trying to dock with another ship and like take all their shit. Like I've never played it. Is it good? Like, have you guys played it?
I don't like it.
I think it's fun.
Wait,
I think
why
it's
don't you
fun. It
like
has
it?
Zero content.
Zero content.
just-
That's not good. Okay.
Yeah, that and it like the gunplay does not feel good. If that explains, like it just
the most
it's not
important part.
satisfying to
Yeah.
kill somebody in that game.
That sucks.
I find it to be alright. I like him. I think the
It's
idea is really
okay.
cool. It's just like they're not even close to being ready to release that game. It's been in early access. It's kind of crazy.
How long has it been in early access?
Year?
6 months, 8 months, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So they have some time to figure their shit out.
They've done one content patch though,
Yeah, the last patch was
and it's an early access.
Let's
It's crazy.
The last content patch was
There's supposed to be another one like in the next few days or something. Though.
January 25th was the last update, which is not, it's not bad.
Interesting. So did you guys
But I
know...
mean, oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna say it's okay. Like it's fun. It's just for the $30 price tag, it doesn't feel like it's really all. I mean, you're not gonna get darker and darker with it. So it went into early access last October. So so 6 months, not even maybe. It's okay. It just there's not a lot of like Jay said. There's not a lot of content. There's not a lot of depth. Like the systems, the gunplay, it's kind of very just light. It doesn't. I can't explain it, but it's not very.
It needs another year or two before you like seriously can want to play it.
Yeah.
At least.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Did you guys know that there was a game called Expedition Agartha out that is melee focused and you fight skeletons and shit like that? I was about to buy this game. I'm going to show you guys this game.
It looks like Sea of Thieves 2.0, but everyone keeps saying it's similar to D&D.
It's.
I don't know.
I have it up on the screen right now. It's
free to play now, yeah, by the way. It just went free to play a couple days ago.
That's probably a smart idea for them.
It had 4 players on it for the last like 6 months.
It's pretty fucking bad. I mean, graphically it does look like shitty Sea of Thieves, budget Sea of Thieves. This guy is a fucking dual wield barbarian, which is hilarious. The combat is floaty and shitty. I'm excited for the devs to continue pouring time and passion into it, though. Good for them. I hope they can figure it out. When I was looking for something that was as dad as possible, I ran and hugged this game's leg and looked up and I said, "You're not my dad!" And I got scared and backed away from it immediately because it's just not that great. So I just wanted to throw out Expedition Agartha.
Dude, you're really leaning into the dad jokes, huh?
I'm so sorry. I mean, I have to. As a new dad,
now he has to embrace it.
As a new dad, I mean, check this out.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I have this. I have this now.
Oh, no.
Give us
it's
one,
backwards.
At least one, dude.
Oh, it's backwards in Discord. That's weird, but not on the stream. That's very odd.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you one. Let's see here.
One good one. As daddy as it gets. Wait.
As daddy as it gets. Okay.
What's with the Y at the end?
I don't know why. I don't know.
Oh, man.
Okay. Why does Sherlock Holmes love eating at Mexican restaurants?
Why?
They always give him some good quesadillas. Quesadillas.
Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Jesus.
I got some things I gotta.
I heard a little bit.
Hey, those are gonna be a huge hit when my kid's like 7. You know, so come on.
Maybe.
Come on. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But you know what though? It is a great book to have sitting on the back of the shitter when you're just grunting and groaning and you're just going to be in there for 45 minutes. You're like, I might as well brush up on some dad jokes.
Name the last time either of you pooped without your phone.
Every time I don't bring my phone because I'm wiping my ass and then I'm not going to immediately touch my fucking phone screen and smear fecal matter on it.
The hands, man.
Yeah. Right hands for phone. Well,
How else do you wipe your ass but with your phone hand? You have your phone in your hand. You fucking use it to scoop. No?
I'm right-handed. I'm left phone-handed, though. It's weird, huh?
That's a little weird.
I actually can't use my phone just with my right hand.
Yeah, I don't shit with my phone in the room. I keep it on my desk and then I go.
He wipes it.
I wipe my ass with my phone hand.
I thought I didn't finish.
Hey,
I didn't finish
there
the
you go.
message. So at first I thought, I just wipe my ass with my phone. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
No, I don't take it into the bathroom with me. Now, I will say that when I piss in a urinal at the movie theater or at a bar, I will whip out my phone and take pictures of my pee. No, I will swipe on Twitter or something, or I'll check text
While you're
messages
peeing?
while I'm pissing at a urinal. Yeah, I'll just look at my phone. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna be bored for the next 30 seconds. I might as well give myself something to do. But not when I'm sitting there shitting. There's something weird about it.
But you'll flip through a book and so your problem is the sanitariness of having your phone there, right?
I don't know. I think what it is that if I'm gonna sit down and take a shit and I'm gonna be looking at my phone, how long do I plan on sitting there? Like when I was a kid, no lie, when I was a kid, I was addicted to reading. I loved Animorphs and Goosebumps and shit. And I would take a book. This is a true story. I'm so sorry. It's a true story. I would take a book to go take a shit.
Yeah.
I would sit on the toilet. My little legs would be swinging there off the toilet. And I'd start reading and I would poop. But I'd be so into the book, I didn't want to put it down. So I'd just keep sitting on the toilet for 35 minutes reading this book. And I had shit 30, 45 seconds in. So at this point, am I trying to fucking hatch a shit egg? Why am I sitting there like a fucking chicken on a goddamn egg? Wipe your ass, get the fuck up.
Did you at least flush? You just letting it fucking aromatically, fill the room.
It depends how good the scene was that I was reading. Now, if there was a lull, end of chapter 19, I could reach back and flush. But I would just sit there and read. And I would read so long sitting in the toilet that my legs would start to go numb.
I totally understand spending a lot of time on the toilet.
Good.
When I was 14, when I was in middle school and I started getting into women, I would take my laptop into the bathroom and I would go poop for an hour and a half. You know what I mean? I'd just be in there turning it up, play a little music. I like to have a little maskings. I'd run the faucet, just turn it up in the bathroom.
Right.
See, I'll take a long shit if I'm on the clock, but if I'm at home, I'm speed running.
If I'm on the clock, how long is an on the clock shit for Jay?
Oh man, I did the math one time. I was getting paid. I'm not kidding.
Okay.
About 2 weeks a year in shit time. I'm not kidding. 45 minutes twice a day. That shit adds up, man.
90 minutes a day.
6 days a week.
Wow.
You guys ever worked retail?
No.
A shitty just retail job where you're in a clothing store?
Mm-mm.
So I worked at you guys know what Cabela's is? Do you have that?
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
I worked at Cabela's. I was like, this job's gonna be sick. I'm working at like a wilderness outfitter. Worst job I ever had. It was just folding clothes, making sure they were straight and everything. I, like Jay, would go poop for 3 hours a day. I would just not actually poop, but I would just go sit in the bathroom because I was I cannot. I'm gonna do bad things to myself. I have to walk this floor for 5 more minutes.
Dude, when I was in boot camp, way back in the day, you barely get to sleep, right? You get 3 hours of sleep a night. The sleep deprivation is bad. It's especially 3, 4, 5 weeks in, when you're only sleeping 3 hours a night, you're starting to hallucinate and shit. You're so fucking tired. So what you do is you be like, sir, I gotta go take a shit. You go into the bathroom and you take stall naps where you just sit on the toilet. And the thing is that the drill instructors, the TIs, will come in and look and see if your pants are around your ankles. So you have to sit bare ass on the toilet, and then you just sit there and you fall asleep against the stall wall for just 9 minutes. And they know what you're doing, but they can't go in there and pull you out of the toilet. That's sexual harassment, right? So they'll fucking slam on the stall door and be like, pitch it off, you fucking maggot. And you're just you wake up and you're wiping your ass for no reason because you have to go through the motions because they can hear you. But at least you got 8 minutes of sleep. And I would do that every day.
When they'd bang on the door, did it scare you into a shit ever?
Dude, it would make you fucking almost piss yourself because they're on the other side of the door just thinking, this motherfucker's game in the system. He's about to fucking eat dirt doing 1,000 push-ups. And you're just okay, how much trouble am I in?
They don't even have to guess. The American bathroom stall gap's fucking 4 inches wide, You basically put your hand in there and unlock it.
Just made for sexual predators.
Oh, that's hilarious. Jesus. So, dad gaps. Yeah. Mordhau and Chivalry.
There we go.
Mordhau and Chivalry. What do you guys think about Mordhau and Chivalry? Great melee combat games. I think both games are actually pretty fun, but once you play them for a little bit, they lose their luster rather quickly, so I don't bother with them.
I'll actually say they are really fun. For like the first 3 weeks, first like month, you got a good run. And then people get way too fucking good at those video games. And you just log on and you just get shit on. Absolutely destroyed by these people that like know every little tiny angle, how to block, how to kick, and it's not fun anymore. Like you can't play anymore because people are just too fucking good.
That's exactly right. The skill ceiling is huge. What's that?
I like Chivalry. It does get boring. I got like an hour max before I get bored out of my mind.
Dude, I know. What is it? What is it? Like, it's so weird, right?
It's just dead. Dead. How many more times can you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're like grinding for something, depends. But yeah.
I don't know. I think the games are cool. I like the concepts. The combat is fun, but they just don't have staying power, both of them. It's very fucking weird.
I like Mordhau way more, but the second I fight anyone who knows how to play, it's just I'll never hit them. And that's just... It's too much for me to want to dive in and be like a couple thousand hours behind the average player. I'm just not good.
And that's the key word, average. Average player is a fucking Chad. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? It's fun though.
Have me dying laughing. Those bards in the duel servers are freaking hilarious. They'll like, one guy will start playing a song and then you'll like look at him and be like, cool. You go do your duel somebody, you look back, now there's 3 bards all playing at the song together in sync. You're just like, holy shit.
That's
They're
awesome.
just dancing and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Man, I wish Bard was coming to the next playtest. God damn it.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. What about MMOs? Do you guys play any MMOs? I can't do it anymore.
I don't have time.
Really?
I just can't get into it.
I played WoW Classic up until a couple months ago.
Really? A couple months ago? Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play through TBC?
Yeah. So I played all of Classic. I quit Phase 1 TBC, came back Black Temple Phase, and then I played that up until like a couple weeks before Old War, and then I quit.
For me personally, Phase 1 TBC was the best it ever was. Raiding Karazhan, doing like Gruul's Lair, Magtheridon, that shit was so fun. That was the best.
Oh man.
See, for me personally, I
hard disagree. I hate those.
Karazhan? You don't like Karazhan?
Karazhan might be the raid in all of WoW.
That is one of the most fun experiences I've had in WoW. Karazhan is the shit.
I'm a rogue main, but I really wanted a tank, so I went prop pally, and I think that took all the wind out of my sails. And I like prop pally, but to tank is just like, I used to mind-numbingly go in and mash buttons. Now I gotta like think of how to pull and shit. And I played in like a hardcore guild, so
that's fair.
A lot of Karazhan haters in chat. I fucking loved Karazhan.
There are some Karazhan and some Magtheridon is fucking awful.
I love how Jay just admitted that he's a shitty tank.
Okay, Magtheridon does suck
I'm
because
a great
of one
tank,
person.
Actually.
Well, yeah. Isn't Prot Pally not good till like the second half of TBC? Isn't that?
No, it's fine. It's fine. I did Giga Chad like 600 spell power. I think I was under crush cap though. No. I think I had like 600 spell power tank in Phase 1, which is like basically top end, min-max geared. So
back in the day, World of Warcraft was the fucking best, man. It came out right after I graduated high school, and I got an E-Machine laptop for my graduation gift. So I would fucking play World of Warcraft on this laptop for hours. And I swear to God, it was the laptop would get so hot, it felt like the lava in molten core. Probably like this thing was damn near close to melting. I was so addicted to WoW all the way up until like 4 weeks after Cataclysm came out. And I was like, this is over. I can't do this anymore. But Classic, I had just left a job like a week before Classic came out, and I no-lifed Classic for like 17 hours a day, every fucking day. I got my Arms Warrior to level 60 in like 2.5 weeks. I leveled which is insane. I leveled from 52 to 60 in BRD to get my gladiator chain because I wanted to be MC rating ready. And then I rated MC like 5 times, and I was just done. I couldn't do it anymore.
Wow.
That was
no
it.
classic raids.
No
like
AQ.
vanilla was boring as fuck. Like raids.
No.
Wow.
Dude, go play. I mean, dude, you rated 5 times and you're like, this sucks.
No, I just
Molten-
it wasn't. I was having fun. There was like guild drama, and like these nice guy Canadians stole a guild, which sucked. But I was job hunting. I was having less time. I was falling behind that, and I was like, do I really want to be dedicating my life to WoW again, doing the same shit again? This is Groundhog Day, and I'm going through the fucking same motions again. Do I really want to do this to myself? And I just fucking uninstalled it, cold turkey. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I haven't gone back to WoW since, and I never will. Because I spent way too
6
many
days a
hours
week,
in that game.
full world bus, Alliance getting War Chiefs, Thunder Fury Rogue, full 99 parses top to bottom. Watch out for your boy, dude.
Thunder Fury Rogue is
I gotta
dope.
say.
How fun was it?
It's pretty Giga Chad.
Fucking awesome.
It was pretty sick.
Were you doing world PvP?
Of course.
That's my boy. That's
I used
my
to
boy.
sit in Orgrimmar and just fucking have a little magazine in my hand. I look up some flag dude coming out the port. Oh man, free baby.
Atta boy. That's it.
Oh, a bunch of world buffs. He's dead.
That's it.
I think vanilla was fun, don't get me wrong. There was a certain like world aspect to vanilla that kind of gets lost whenever they added in flying mounts. But for me, most fun I had was TBC. That shit was just, I feel like the content was just better, but I'm biased.
People say you log in once a week to raid, but if you are in a guild and all your friends are playing and you want to, my favorite thing in any video game is PvP, especially world PvP and WoW. So I was getting in.
What kind of world PvP? Was it the one where it's like a Zerg just crushes?
No.
everybody
Like, hey, rogue buddy and druid buddy, let's go as a 3-piece, fuck around in Astronar and take over that city like a bunch of dirty horde warlords and wait for other 60s to show up and just fucking see how long we can survive. Shit like that. That was so... I would spend hours doing that kind of shit. I also fucking love Warsong Gulch. Love it. Fucking love Warsong Gulch. I love Capture the Flag.
Man. Nothing like sitting in Fellwood, camping a Songflower
Hell
on a
yeah.
hot Sunday night when you know some freaking dad's got his day off. He's trying to get his world buffs, and you just fucking ruin his night for him.
That's
you know what I mean?
right.
Just gone. Yes, sir.
You're
Give me them
fucking
buffs.
playing the game correctly. Good for
Of
you.
course.
You're doing fucking
He
good
thinks
work.
he's getting buffs for his AQ raid tomorrow. No, not in my zone.
And you know what?
Yeah,
I don't really
man.
like any other MMOs. I kind of liked SWTOR a little bit just because it's fun to swing a lightsaber around. I like Star Wars. Not current day Star Wars because it sucks now, but overall, I like the general idea of what Star Wars is, especially Force users and Sith and shit like that. And that was fun, but once you get through a couple of the stories on a couple of characters, it's whack as fuck. There's no good endgame. PvP sucks. I couldn't get into the Final Fantasy MMO. Did you guys like it?
No.
Yeah.
Never played it.
Dark Age of Camelot, that's old school. That's good.
I only played RuneScape and WoW myself.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I want Hexy, Helix, Python, 2 accounts, 10 60s, 10 level 60 characters.
My man.
Dude,
A man of culture. Right there.
that's isn't it like 100 hours to make a level 60 in vanilla? I think it's like 100. I think it's like 7 days of playing the game is like the average.
I think sweaters do 2 to 3 days per character. So what is that?
No,
Like
maybe
70
with the
hours.
TBC buff. Maybe with
no. 2 to
the
3 days, 1 to 60. Yeah.
not with the
boost,
ZG
yeah, I did a
boost.
lot of that.
Okay.
I sold a lot of it.
Back in the day, Ultima Online, awesome. Star Wars Galaxies. Did you guys ever play Star Wars Galaxies back in the day?
No.
I'm not old enough.
Fuck, man.
Nope.
Early Star Wars Galaxies, I was a Wookiee smuggler. And I remember before they made drastic changes to the game, it was very rare
Yeah.
to see a Force user, to see someone with a lightsaber. It was super fucking rare. You had to unlock like a special quest line to do it. And you just never saw them. And I remember I was in a town on some planet, and I was doing my thing, walking around with my big stupid Wookiee, and this dude, this like robed guy, was like walking down the street, and there was like a bunch of fucking players and shit, and this guy is walking down the street, no weapon out, he's robed, and suddenly a bounty hunter, started shooting at him. And the guy started like running down the fucking road, lightsaber gets whipped out, and he like fights off the bounty hunter and escapes, into the wilderness. And it was like this lone fucking Force user. The first one I ever saw, and I was just like, holy shit, this is so fucking cool.
Is that the one where like if you died on it, you lost it or something? You lost the Jedi part or something like that, right?
I don't know. I never played a Force user. It was too hard to like get that shit sorted. I don't think so.
Wasn't it like RNG or something? It was like randomly you had to level like 3 random skills, and then if you did that,
you would get a prompt.
Force.
Yeah, you would get a prompt like, hey, blah, blah, blah. You have this feeling or something like that. Go here. And then you had to do a complicated quest line, and then you could unlock that class essentially. It was very, very cool. I don't know. This was so long ago. I was like fucking 18. It was a long time ago, so I can't really remember. But it was cool. MMOs are fun. I don't know. Someone said, I think it was Snitsy. Feels like MMOs, you make your own immersion. They give you the tools. I see DayZ, maybe. Like a big open world game with no story where you have to go to a quest giver and go collect 10 bear asses and fucking bring it back to the fucking quest guy. I would disagree with that statement. I'd say something like a big open world game that does not have a story gives you the tools to immerse yourself, to go be a bear hunter in the woods of Namalsk and PvP, in some random city, or try to survive in the wilderness, or go try to fucking fix up a chopper and be a chopper pilot, or build a base.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. That's truly a game where you can choose your own content, immerse yourself how you want. Not so much in MMO.
Something about DayZ being like 12 hours into a session, it starts raining. You're like cooking up some food with your boy, you know what I mean?
It's great.
Nice.
Here's the problem with DayZ is you'll spend 12 hours taking care of your virtual character. Meanwhile, you'll be sitting in your chair,
Hunched.
legs are cramping, blood clots are forming, you're dehydrated, you haven't eaten in a day.
Yeah.
Like you were just letting your own self rot for the sake of your online character.
But you got a big old white apple full to the brim, you know what I mean?
You got 308 ammo stacked in your backpack.
You got a fucking paper plate filled to the brim with fucking Tyson chicken tenders and some fucking barbecue sauce. You got code red. You're sweating because your PC is about to melt. And it's dark. Your fucking sciatica's kicking in. You're like, fucking 4 more hours, boys. Let's go. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
DayZ. That's a good DayZ session.
But you
right
got
there.
that tundra with the hunting scope on top. Life's good. Man.
Life is good.
Yeah, exactly. What about MOBAs? Do you guys play MOBAs?
League's fun on occasion.
I played League the first like 5 years of that. I cannot stand that game anymore.
Yeah,
it's very different.
It's way different now. What about team fight tactics within League? Auto chess type stuff.
I'd rather play the Hearthstone Battlegrounds myself.
See, I rock out on some TFT almost every day. And okay, here, I play the ranked. I fucking hate it. I hate it, but I can feed the baby and play one-handed. So that's why I play TFT. It's like and I can, toss it on my phone and play a match while I'm on an airplane or something,
Right.
But by the Wi-Fi.
I think like my chilling playing like a strategy game like that is like Crusader Kings for me. That's where I get my fix. That or have you guys played Dwarf Fortress?
No, it's way too complicated for me.
Any dwarf gamers in chat? Dude,
I'm sure there is some in chat. That's complicated as fuck. You have to watch a 2-hour
tutorial. If you've got an Adderall
tutorial.
prescription,
yeah.
if you have ADHD or Ritalin or anything, tune that thing on. Take a pill. Oh my god, that game is. Whew,
I can't get into it. It's just too hardcore.
Let me look. I have 165 hours in Dwarf Fortress.
Nice.
I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing, like in the game. I'm not sure. There's so many little like minute systems. So it's like you build a colony. You start out with 7 dwarves, and then you got to go and like dig a fortress. You like dig into the ground and like deal with all these different systems. There's you can do pretty much anything you want in that game. as far as building a colony. Everyone has like personalities. They'll make like artifacts. People will visit your fort. You can go to war with people. You can like raid other settlements. It's all kinds of crazy
You can
shit.
dig too deep and monsters will come out of the caverns and shit.
Yeah, there's these things called great beasts from the caverns. So you'd be like, I just got like this little farm going down here in the caverns. And then all of a sudden this like giant beetle shows up and burns everyone to death. And like, it's madness. It's
Comey has it right. It's a big brain ZZZZ game.
Okay, all right. It's fun though. Like if you take the 3 hours to learn how to play it, it's pretty fun. Just,
I like 4X games like Civilization. Did you guys ever play Civ 6 or 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1?
Yeah, I played 5 and 6.
Those are fun games. I put a lot of hours.
I don't know how you win. At some point, the game just stops and then somebody wins. I don't really know how it happens.
Oh no, you just have to like choose a path. Like what I like to do is I like to pick a random civ, like all random, and then if it's like, hey, you got this really religious based civ or a very culturally dominated civ, you just gun for that. You just build all that shit. You defend yourself for as long as you can, and then you'll win a lot of the times. Yeah, what's very hard to do and almost impossible to do is like a military domination thing where you destroy all the capitals. Good fucking luck. That shit is, you need unlimited turns for that. It's fucking super hard to do that. But if you want to do like a science victory or something, yeah, multiplayer is great.
That's when it gets sweaty.
Yeah.
Is when I know you're like 100 turns, you're like 50 turns away from winning a science victory, and I go, well, Soma's gotta die. Like I can't let him win.
I have a nuclear submarine off the coast. I'm just gonna drop it off. I'm gonna drop it on your spaceport. Good luck getting to Mars and winning. Yeah, it's fucking fun, man. It's very, very good.
Oh, dude, it's so fun.
What about Diablo 4 beta?
Okay.
What do you guys think about that?
Go ahead, Donnie.
I think
all of us are apprehensive to talk about D4. That is telling.
I think it really wants to be Destiny. I think that's Diablo's problem, is they really want to be like a live service MMO game, and for me personally, that's not what Diablo is. Like, for me, my power fantasy is that I'm like this guy, destroying demons and saving the world, and then when I walk by a dungeon and I see like Scrody McBoogerballs level like 12 Barbarian come out, I'm like, okay, I'm playing fucking Lost Ark or some dumb shit. I
don't get it. How is it MMO-y? I never got that feeling.
Because there's people in the world. There's like it's like an MMO. You like run around.
It's an MMO light.
In, like the open
MMO
world.
light.
Is that not normal in those games? Oh.
I mean,
for like Diablo 2, which is the gold standard, you should play Diablo 2 Resurrected. It's quite fun. You make a character. You go into a game. There is 5 acts. There is 6 quests per act. It's a pretty linear path through the act. And you can have up to 7 other people in the game. And you can party up or not. They can go kill Diablo in Act 4 while you're doing your thing in Act 1 or whatever. And and eventually, all the monsters are killed in the game. And Diablo's dead, Mephisto's dead, Baal is dead, and you have to remake a game. It's like a lobby system like that. Not necessarily. What you do is you do boss runs forever. You go to Hell mode, which is the hardest mode, and you do hundreds of Mephisto. He's the boss of Act 3. You just do runs over and over and over again, farming that boss to get stuff. And the slot machine feel of gear is much better than seeing 1,000 rares drop every fucking 5 minutes in Diablo 4, which I realize drop rates and loot rates and whatnot are different, jacked up for the beta. I understand that, but it's a completely different experience. Diablo 2 is one of the best games of all time. The rune word system is awesome. There's a bunch of runes that drop, and you put these runes together in socketed items, and some of them are extremely powerful. Like there's an armor called Enigma, and it gives you 1 rank of teleport. So you can be a paladin that has teleport and shit like that, like stuff like that. It's very fucking fun, super addictive. If you've never played it, I wish that I could experience Diablo 2 blind again. It was that good. Like I almost failed 9th grade because of that game. Diablo 4 doesn't fucking feel like it. Diablo 4 is fun. The combat is fun. The audio is fucking top notch. It's awesome. But I do not think Diablo 4 is going to be the hit that they hope it is. It will be a financial success. It will not be an overall success. It's not going to be the multi-year live service hit that they want. It just doesn't have that same soul that Diablo 2 had. It's way better than Diablo 3, though. It is better than D3.
How do you feel about the level scaling?
I don't like the fact that I can be a level 24 and a level 12 runs up to me and we're fighting a mob, and the way the game operates currently, I think, and this is what I saw a bunch of other big streamers and Diablo YouTubers talk about, is that they will scale adjust you, the level 24 and the level 12, so that you're doing the same percentage of damage, so it feels like you're both contributing. I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. In Diablo 2, when your fucking level 90 Hammerden buddy came in with Enigma, he could rush you through all the acts in normal mode, all the way through nightmare mode, and you could go from level 1 to 50 in like an hour. And he could rush you, and this guy looked like a Nephilim god, right? As he destroyed the bosses for you and did a bunch of bail runs for you, and it was so fucking cool. And I just feel like that's not how D4 is, and it's... I don't know, there's something about D4 that's missing. And I know it's only a beta, and I do plan on playing a Blood Necro and PvPing and playing the whole game and, you know, spending some hours into it, but I just have this feeling that it's going to crap out after a couple hundred hours, and I'm just going to get bored. Like, I got bored this fucking past weekend playing my Barbarian. I should have been fucking...
beta content?
I beat it all. I got max level, had a shitload of fucking legendary items, which also feels dumb. And I was bored. I know it's a beta and it's only a test for the first act, only halfway to level cap with 25. But even before I hit max level in the beta, I was getting bored and like walking away from my computer and like watching TV or playing a TFT match. That's a bad sign. But it is just a test. I know I'm very hard to please because Diablo 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. I get it. I sound like an entitled, shitty gamer right now, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just like... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is my first ARPG, and I liked it. How about that? I thought it was cool. But I have no frame of reference, so everyone's like, oh, this is a little bit worse than this, or it's MMO. I don't fucking know, man. It was cool.
Yeah.
I had fun.
It's fun.
I've never played a game like that before, so...
It's fun. Try D2 Resurrected. You might enjoy it, man. It's hard as fuck if you don't know what you're doing. It's very fun to discover. If you play...
complaints.
Yeah.
Sorcerer is kind of like not as variety as I thought it would be, and maybe it's because I don't know how to build. But it was like there's like two paths. It's like you go frost, you go lightning.
There's fire.
You should try D2.
Yeah, but it sucked.
You should try D2.
It was terrible.
We'll see how D4
and then the
goes.
other
man.
one was being forced to do side quests to get to max level. I don't like that stuff personally.
You know what sucks about D4 as well is you get into these like cutscenes that you have to skip, or like characters are like fucking talking over and over again. The dungeon layouts are always the same. The first quest in Act 1 in Diablo 2 is called the Den of Evil. And you go into this den and you kill every monster, and yet that's the quest. Kill all the monsters in the den, clear it out, and you get a free skill point as your reward. Why is every other dungeon in Diablo 4 the Den of Evil, where I just have to wipe out all the monsters, and it's the same layout over and over again? That was very disappointing. The end game of Diablo 4 is going to be a bit of a dungeon grind. Now, we don't know what they look like yet. They could be different, so we cannot judge endgame until we experience it. I'm apprehensive, but we have to play it before we can judge it. I remember we had this conversation in your chat a few days ago, Jay. We can't judge it until we play it. And I 100% plan on leveling up to max level, doing the Paragon paths where you get extra points after max level, doing the end game, experiencing it for myself. I'm worried. We'll see. I guess the last thing to fill the gap, touching grass, going on a date, getting a hickey, going out to the country bar, dancing with a PBR in your hand like Donnie does, or I'll go watch a movie and get some sushi at the Red Rock Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Like touching grass, going outside. Do people do that?
I don't.
I was trying a little bit.
You tried.
I go to the gym now.
Yay!
Good for you. Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
You got one hand job at an Uber, and you're like, damn, I got to tighten up. Just kidding. Just kidding. That didn't happen. I just made it up.
It was an Uber XL. All right.
It was an XL.
Yeah.
That's not the only XL.
Hey.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, we support Lyft on this podcast. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes if I'm like forced to.
I think when it
Don't you have a
comes,
girlfriend, Donnie?
I do. She's pretty cool. She does make me go. She does make me go do some things on occasion.
That's good. That's good.
I've learned we're breakfast people now because listen.
Hell yeah,
gather
dude.
Around.
Yeah.
Gather around, all right? A little inside secret. If you're like, yeah, like blah blah blah. We'll go eat. No, eating dinner, expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But taking your girlfriend to like a little breakfast joint, a little cafe, a little brunch, most likely much cheaper. So just
It's true.
keep that little nugget up there if you're trying to save some cash, some smackaroons.
It's true. Get split a pancake, get a couple eggs Benny, maybe a mimosa. It's way cheaper than dinner. Yep.
There you go.
So we got.
I am extremely single, so thanks for flexing on me, guys.
What are you talking about?
You're living the dream over here. Get out of here, dude.
You were boring and you still got a little hickey, dude. Come on.
Come on.
Okay,
Come on.
That's a weird text to get.
That's weird. We don't have to talk about his dating life on the podcast, though.
Yeah.
We love you, Jay.
We could, but
we could. Do you want to talk about your dating life?
We have a new segment.
I've been talking about it all day, bro.
Now
all right.
After dark, we'll talk about it.
I don't have time for After Dark, but we do have a few minutes. Well. I'm sorry. I typically would, but I have to go grab dinner as soon as this is over. Nice. Let's spend a few minutes doing Q&A. Does Chad have any games they want to ask about? What do you guys do to fill Dad's gap as you wait for Dad to come back? I can't I think when it comes down to it, this conversation, I think where it nets out is that Dark and Darker has kind of ruined games. For me anyway. Yes. I can't wait for it to come back. That's all I want to fucking do. That's all. I just want to play Dark and Darker.
Yeah.
On the side, I've been playing Gas Station Simulator. I'm just waiting for him to walk through the door, you know?
You should play Big Ambition. Have you seen that game? If you like the simulator kind of... Dude, try Big Ambition.
I don't like those simulators.
He was kidding. Gas station. So Dad went to the gas station to buy smokes and never came back.
Come on.
Yeah, 23 LP. I literally can't play shit anymore. It ruined you, right? Did it ruin you? I don't enjoy a lot of other games anymore, to be honest. I think that's a growing issue in the gaming industry. There's only so much you can do with monitors sitting in front of you and without being able to innovate on the medium itself. Like augmented reality or VR. That's an innovation in the medium, right? When you're just staring at a monitor and the first person shooter is there's a gun in the bottom right of the screen and I hit a W key and move forward in this 2D screen, three-dimensional space, and I click heads. How can you keep iterating on that? How do you make that fresh? Dark and Darker did it somehow. And I don't think AR or VR are anywhere close to being good. I think, in fact, they suck. But one day, guess what? VR will be good. When we're
VR's kind of fun.
It's so shitty, though. It's like jumping. VR right now is like jumping in a Model T and going, cars are pretty cool. Like, we need another fucking 15, 20 years before VR is like, whoa, this is the shit.
I heard you could spend a lifetime in VR chat. And
VR chat's different. That's different. That's a whole different rabbit hole.
That's anime tits and like Mario hanging out. Yeah.
My take on VR is it's really fun, like once a month. But that one time a month you want to play it, it's a really good time. But I like, I don't want to touch it any other time.
Yeah.
So not worth $400. That's what I just heard.
I mean, depends on how much $400 is to you. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So,
any questions, folks? Before we head out, I gotta go get dinner. Then I gotta go to bed.
Betty, bye, boo.
I get up every day at 6 a.m.
There's my question.
Sushi.
Oh, nice.
I'm getting a big fucking plate of sashimi.
There you go.
Did you guys watch the end of The Last of Us?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was hoping they'd do a little bit more.
I thought the final episode kind of whiffed a
little bit. I thought they were going to go a little harder on it. I also don't think that they should have ended season 1 with that. I think they could have slowed down telling the story. I think they could have fucking pumped the brakes a little bit and had that happen I think season 1 could have been 2 seasons. They could have slowed it down, given more character development. And why did we barely see any of the infected or clickers? I feel like there was just like a couple times when you see them and experience it. I think there should have been way more.
Yeah, after the whole Kansas City thing, you don't really see much at all, to be honest.
It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I wish they had slowed down. I think they went way too quick.
Yeah, they
like,
rushed
the story
it.
was good. I feel like it should have been like 15, 14 episodes, like something like
Or
somewhere around there.
that, yeah, just a longer
Yeah.
season, like a 14 episode season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
They have to
good,
wait
but it was
like
just like
almost 2 years or something to get the next one, right? Year and
It'll
a
be a
half.
Yeah,
while.
but
It'll be a while. Yeah.
the second like the second season's not going to be as good. Well, it might be. I don't know actually.
They might
But
change some stuff. It's gonna piss people off.
The
though.
second game was not I mean, this is just story wise. The game itself much better than the first one. Like leaps and bounds, the combat mechanics, all that jazz. But the story definitely took a hit in the second one, in my opinion.
You know what's crazy is the only actress in the world that's going to be able to play the lead character for season 2 is Ronda Rousey, because I've never seen a jacked character, such a jacked protagonist.
She's swole.
I've
She looks like Ronda.
It's the only person that can play that character is Ronda Rousey.
She's swole. I'm surprised
I've heard
they
the
didn't
next
tease her.
season will be really good.
I hope it is. I
that
hope it's
bullshit or
good.
what?
It
Who told you
depends. It depends.
Someone who played the games.
Oh.
No, he was bullshit. He's coping.
I don't know. I mean, look, the second game is not bad. The story and like all the people. Look, I don't want to go into spoilers.
Yeah, we
because
shouldn't
if I
spoil.
tell
People
you-
are watching. Yeah.
Yeah, if I tell you why
Sorry, chat.
people don't like it, the main reason why people don't like it is not the reason it's bad. It's just because the pacing, and then it also kind of like completely assassinates one of the characters as far as like who they are at their core. It like really
Like their
changes the
personality.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does complete character assassination. You're like, what the fuck? Like, it just doesn't.
We shouldn't talk about it though. We shouldn't talk about it. We don't
Yeah.
want to. I mean, the remastered version is coming to PC soon, or is it already out? Last of Us remastered on PC?
March 28th or 23rd,
Yeah.
something like that.
So that's cool. It's coming out very soon. There's a lot of people that have never played a PlayStation before, been able to own one, but they have a computer, and now they're going to be able to experience the game. Last of Us 2 is a game that exists. That's all I'll say about that. It's fine as a game. The story takes a turn. Some people like it. Some people hated it. I personally...
Would you recommend buying it?
I think you should 100% buy The Last of Us remaster when it comes on PC. I plan on
play
it.
that.
Okay.
I plan on it. Gentlemen, I think that'll do it for episode 9. This is a fun one. This is a different sort of vibe. We talked about pooping and touching grass and hickeys.
Filling dad holes. And
there,
all
you
that
said
stuff.
it, sir.
Filling holes.
You said it. Next week,
Which
though.
Jay would know about.
Yeah, next week we don't actually ever mention what we're going to be talking about on the next episode. We sort of announce it as the episode starts. But for the sake of episode 10, this will be slightly different. It is going to be an entire episode that is chat hangout, chat Q&A. So we're just going to be talking with you guys, anything and everything Dark and Darker. We'll just have a big fucking giant open discussion. So start thinking about questions about Dark and Darker, hopes and dreams and all that fun stuff. And we'll just spend an hour plus just hanging out with chat and dad. And it'll be awesome.
Beautiful.
Nice little episode 10, fun little thing to do. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Donnie, Jay, you want to let people know where they can see you? Donnie, where can people see you?
You can find me at DuhDonnie on YouTube. And look, I know I come into this podcast every week and I go, you know what? Maybe a new video. Maybe we'll have some
next
new
week,
content. Maybe next week, maybe a couple days. I'll tell you this. Tomorrow, we'll have something new. I made a D4 video.
Oh,
It's like 80% done. I just I would have done it tonight, but I had to do something, and I'm just like perpetually lazy. So, but yeah, new content tomorrow. DuhDonnie, check it out. I eat a chicken sandwich.
Should we watch the intro or no? Let people.
Oh yeah, we can if y'all want to. Yeah.
Okay, let's watch
You want to check it out?
the video. 1 second. All right,
how we
here's a preview of Donnie's video tomorrow. I'm gonna mute Discord. Here we go. Here we go, chat. Why isn't it playing, Donnie? What the fuck?
I don't know.
I'm really confused. Why doesn't this work? Your video's not working. Oh, here we go.
Any customer who purchases a Double Down or any other KFC sandwich will also get Diablo 4 beta early access. Oh, look, I don't care. I'll just buy the game. I am not eating KFC.
I've definitely done worse things for a beta code.
And I go up there
That's
and I ask
beautiful.
them, and they're like, "Hey, we're completely out of KFC. Like, we're completely out of chicken. We can't do it." So I'm like, "What the fuck?" So then, my third time, I DoorDash KFC. I'm like, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna DoorDash it. I'm not going up there. I'll just pay it. It's like $30, whatever." I
Ridiculous.
DoorDash a Double Down. They just gave me a chicken sandwich. They didn't even give me a Double Down. So,
You didn't even get it.
You got fucked over, man.
Wow.
You got fucked
yeah,
over.
so
There's Donnie, DuhDonnie on YouTube. I can't wait to see the video. You're good at making videos.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Mr. JayGriffyuh, Jay, fuck yeah.
Oh God.
Where can
It's only
people?
fitting now.
Yeah, it is. Jay, never mind. I was gonna fucking take it too far. Knuckle you. Anyway, go ahead.
I stream on Twitch at JayGriffyuh, and I make YouTube at JayGriffyuh. I made a video today. Well, I didn't make it, but we got a video out today, in fact.
oh,
Check it
nice.
out.
I already
More
watched
Dark
it.
and
I already watched it.
I'm playing Wizard Man. 10 spells, very cool.
I watched it. It was a good video. I always love
I
your
can't
videos.
do the nerd voice. I tried.
You
Okay.
can do it. I believe in you. If you just really try and you just put enough spit right in your cheeks, you can just be as nerdy as you want, my dude. You can do it. I believe in you. I watched the video.
You'll just be my nerdy translator.
I watched the video today. It was very good. Make sure you
thank
guys sub to Jay and watch Jay's stuff. I stream at twitch.tv/Soma. My YouTube is @_Soma. I do this podcast. I stream video games sometimes. I do something called Ask Soma Anything, which is just chatting and hanging out. I'm waiting for games to come out that I like Dad, so I barely game anymore on stream. And my big thing is Monday nights. I do a Star Wars RPG campaign that I am the GM for, and we're only 3 episodes in. You can watch all those episodes on my YouTube channel right now. It's been fun. We also have our previous Star Wars campaign and Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and even Donnie's little one-shot Cyberpunk that we abandoned because we didn't like the system, but not because we didn't think Donnie was a good GM. He was good. He was good. We just didn't like the game.
It was me. I was
No, you were great. But yeah, and then @Soma on Twitter and Instagram. That's it. We will be live this Sunday at 7 p.m. PT for episode 10 of the Dark and Darker podcast. And we did obviously stream it on a different night tonight. Sorry about that. We'll be back to the normal time.
Don't blame me.
Yep, we do blame you. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll be back at the normal time, Sunday, 7 p.m. PT. Episode 10 will be a full-on chat, hangout, and Q&A, so get your questions about the game or whatever you want ready to go. Until then, have a great rest of your week, and have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Oh, double finger gun guy. Look at
Okay,
that.
whoa. What? Is that what,
Can I
is that what they said in the
say-
Uber? Oh, God.
Like-
All right, goodbye.
fingers.
Oh,
See
no.
ya.
Peace.
Hey.